day back at work this calendar year. All of my goals and my intentions for 2022. Hey everyone, Happy New Year and welcome back to another video. Today is the 10th of January 2022 and it's my first official day back at work this calendar year. The past 2 weeks have disappeared so quickly, as has everything else that's mildly work related from my brain. I was originally planning on going back into the office like a couple times a week, but unfortunately the Omicron variant of COVID has picked up heavily around Sydney, so our companies are allowing us to continue working from home for at least another month. I think everyone's slowly adjusting back into that difficult 9-to-5 grind after 2 weeks of leave, so hopefully today is going to be pretty chill for me. It's currently 9:18 and I'm going to spend the morning just going through my emails, respond to some of my stakeholders who went back to work last week already, and organize and create my workspace for 2022. But first, it's coffee time. Our company is currently migrating to Gmail from Outlook, so that has been a struggle to get used to. Luckily, I had no meetings today and I'm spending my time clearing out my inbox instead. At the end of last year, I typed out on a sticky note all the work that would roll over into the new year, so I might spend the afternoon working on some of these action items and also reviewing Tableau dashboards that refreshed over the break. So today I wanted to sit down and share with you all of my goals and my intentions for 2022. I know that it's really cliched to be like new year, new me, but I find that this really helps set the tone for the new year ahead and also helps to keep me in check. And I'm hoping that by writing them all down in my journal, as well as uploading today's video, it'll really help keep me accountable. I wanted to take the time and have a deep think about what I really wanted to accomplish in 2022 and also plan out how I was going to go about achieving those goals. After many iterations, I think I finally have a list of goals that I would love to see myself complete in 2022, or at least challenge myself to get one step closer to my dreams. Also, this isn't one of those 22 goals in 2022. This video is going to be split more so into the 4 main pillars of my life, which is right now career, finance, health, and self-development. So firstly, let's talk about my career goals. This is broken down into 2 main categories, of which the first is my day job in data science, which I believe is how a lot of you first found my channel from my first day in my life video. In terms of what I want to achieve from work, I just want to be as productive as I can be during work hours and maintain some semblance of a work-life balance. I do have clarity over the projects that I'll be working on until the end of this financial year at least, and of course I will bring you along with a few work vlogs in my life. I have also had a few career chats with both my manager and my director, and I would like to stay on track for a promotion by a certain pre-agreed upon date. In terms of continuing to develop my own technical skills, my company actually pays for a few online courses for us. It gives us 10% of our work time to work on upskilling ourselves. Unfortunately, work has been extremely busy for me over the last few months, and I haven't really been able to give myself the 10% of time to allocate to working on myself and upskilling my technical skills. So I'm hoping to be able to work more efficiently and allowing myself to spend the 10% of time during my workday to continue upskilling myself and go get that promotion. The second part of my career goal is YouTube, which originally started off as a side hobby for me over lockdown, but has somehow evolved into a stream of passive income. and I'm so grateful to every single one of you who has stopped by to watch my videos. I really do enjoy making these videos and being able to document and share my life with you, and also hopefully inspire some other people out there to get into a STEM degree. I don't have any hard milestones in terms of subscribers or views, but being able to hit 2K by the end of this year would be really nice. I know that the subscriber count is really out of my control, but I want to try upload good quality videos consistently. I am aiming for once a week, but I think that's going to be unrealistic, so I'm going to try settle on at least 3 times a month. I know there are so many other amazing creators on this platform, so I really want to figure out, where can I fit in and add more value in this ever-changing YouTube landscape. My second category is finance. I do have a rough figure of where I want to be by the end of this year in terms of net worth and savings, but I'm not going to beat myself up if I can't reach it. I've always been pretty conscious of what I spend my money on, and I don't normally buy unnecessary items, and I try to save money wherever possible or only buy things that are on sale. As you can see, I cut and dyed my own hair like last week. It is not the best job, but it cost me $5 and I'm very happy with that. In terms of actionable goals, I would like to continue investing regularly into the indexes, whether those are global ones, Asia ones, or Australian ones, and only allocate 20% of my money for individual risky stocks or cryptocurrency. I would also like to continue building my streams of income this year. So currently I've got my full-time day job as a data scientist. I am teaching classes part-time on the weekends. I guess I now have YouTube AdSense as well as dividends. But I'm hoping that over 2022, I'm able to increase this list of income streams, whether that's via property or via affiliate marketing. We'll see where this year takes me. My third category is health and fitness. So in terms of my physical health, I would like to tone up and lose some weight. My goal is to exercise at least 4 times a week, whether that's doing a long walk, a run, or following a workout off YouTube. I got into running at the beginning of lockdown and I really enjoy it. I track all my exercise on this app called Strava, which is like a running and workout app that kind of lets you stay connected to your friends and see what everyone else is up to in terms of their workouts. I know it's probably not the best mentality to have to prove to the world when you're doing something, but that's how I hold myself accountable. I also see it as a kind of habit tracker, and it also allows me to track my pace over the years. I also want to continue intermittent fasting, where I only eat between the hours of 12 p.m. and 8 p.m. This wasn't too difficult for me in 2021, as we were in lockdown for more than half of the year, which meant that I was at home hibernating by myself. But as the lockdown has now been lifted in Sydney and everything is now opening up, this is still a habit that I would really like to continue. And one last health and fitness goal that is going to be a challenge is to cut added sugar at least a couple of times a week. Now, my fourth and last category is self-development and mental health. I'm turning 26 this year and I really want it to be the year where I put myself first. My main goal is to block out time for me time and work on saying no to things that I'm not so passionate about. So rather than defaulting to saying yes and then feeling overwhelmed and forcing myself to go to a social event, I will just politely decline straight up and not feel guilty doing so. Another thing that I've noticed is that I can be pretty bad at responding to text messages. A friend, who I shall not name, actually multiple friends, have kind of implied to me that I'm not a very good texter, which is also true. I'm not trying to make excuses for myself, but sometimes I'm in the middle of a work meeting or I'm out on a run and they'll message me and I'll read the message, but then I forget to reply. And I know that this is a really bad habit, but I think at least I'm aware of it and I'm really going to try work on it proactively this year. So my second self-development goal is to reply to everyone's texts within a day or so, as virtual communication is so crucial to maintain relationships and friendships during times of COVID. My next self-development goal is to reduce screen time and social media usage by 20%. We all know that social media is the highlight reel of everyone's lives and it's no good for our mental health. My screen time is ridiculously high, averaging 6 to 7 hours every single day. So 2022, I want to buckle down on my own screen time and cut it back to maybe 4 to 5 hours, which I know is still a lot of time on your phone every day, but at least that's some kind of progress. And also, instead of watching Netflix, I want to watch something educational instead, maybe a cooking video or even just listening to a podcast. Which brings me to my next goal. If you've watched my previous video that I'm going to link up here, you will know that I only read 2 books last year. This year I'm aiming to read at least 1 book a month, so bare minimum of 12 books in the year. And I also want to write a book summary for every single book that I finish reading. I really feel that reading would help me grow a lot more as an individual and also help with my storytelling and vocabulary. And lastly, I want to try and develop a better morning routine, which is sleeping earlier and also waking up earlier. When I was in high school and going to university, I actually had 3 8 a.m. classes every single week, meaning that I was up at 6:30 pretty much almost every day. But during lockdown, everything changed for the worse. Being able to work from home meant that I could wake up at 8:30 and still start work by 9 o'clock. I want to try go back into a 11:30 to 7:30 kind of sleeping routine so I can be less rushed in the morning, have a lot more me time, whether I want to go on a walk, go on a run, or even read a book. So those were all of my goals for 2022. If you're comfortable, please let me know what your New Year's resolutions and goals are for 2022. I would love to read about your goals, and hopefully together we can go one step closer to our dreams in 2022. If you're still watching at this point in the video, thank you so much for still sticking around. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!